appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
welcome back. I'm always doing it every single start of every stream. I'm always repositioning my webcam. But welcome back to another Planet Coaster live stream. Hopefully everything will be working this time, because last time we had issues with microphones not working. So let me know if the mic is working and everything fun like that. But we're back inside of our brand new theme park. As you can see, I've done a bit of work since we've last been in. I've themed up, or should I say themed up, I've made a bit of scenery pieces around the dive coaster, and this is what I've just been doing now while I've been waiting for the stream to start, is adding in another flat ride. But we're going to need a name for our park. We're also going to need a name for our dive coaster as well, as we haven't got a name for the dive coaster. So pop down some suggestions in the comments. Coaster Point says it's working, so that's a brilliant to know that for once the stream does actually work and that we don't have any technical difficulties. Let's make a nice change, to be honest. Right, there we go. Bit of treeage, if you could call it that, in there. Let's just add a few bits now along the paths, make it look a bit cool. There we go. So we enter into our unnamed park now. We come through and we can see our B&M family invert straight over there, along with our B&M dive. This park loves B&M, don't they? But it looks really cool. I've also put some fence in here just because it looked really bad without fencing. And I did smooth this coaster up a little bit as well. All the towers, all the trees, it's Towers 2.0. You see there we got a bit of the splashdown working as well. And yeah, I've just fixed it all up a bit. Yeah, there you go, goes through the corkscrew now, much smoother. Coming round into the brake run. So we're going to need to build, of course, another coaster. So I want to build... Right, I've got a thrill, I've got a family thrill. We need to build like some form of a kiddie ride, and I then also do want another thrill ride as well. I want, in this block space here, I want a Giga. So this is going to be saved for a Giga coaster. Should we just build the Giga now? What, guys, pop down below, what do you think? Should we build the Giga coaster now? Because we could put the entrance here, and then the lift hill just sort of going up here, and then drop down here, and sort of comes up and round like this. Or we could also build a wooden coaster as well. I do want to build a wooden coaster, not an RMC, just a normal wooden coaster. Then maybe in a few episodes time we could delete the wooden coaster and convert it into an RMC. I do want to do that as well. So what should we do? Should we build our Giga coaster or not? Okay, you guys pop in the chat. So while we wait to find out what we're going to be doing, let's... don't know, what should we do? What shall we build? So we've got our little... Why is this closed? Open please. Oh, Brendan's also popped in the chat as well, the Discord link. If you aren't already, make sure you join the Discord server. Right. The stream seems to be running really smooth. It feels really choppy on my end, but the stream seems to be running smooth. That's all that's important. That's all that's important. So let's put in. Should we put some water effects here? So it kind of makes a bit of a splash. We've got Jessica in the chat. Hello, welcome Jessica into the chat. Always in for my streams, and it's lovely to see you as always. I really do love this dive coaster, you know. It feels very realistic. It's quite short layout, kind of compactish. And same with this invert. These actually feel really realistic, because I tend to make my rides way too long. These actually feel like a good length. And that is really tall. That is a really tall coaster. But right, okay, let's just start building our next one now. Instead of talking about the coasters we've done, let's add some more. So, do we go Giga or do we go wooden? So these are the Giga. We can either do the Intamin or the B&M. I don't think we should build a B&M. We've already got two B&Ms. Let's just bit B&M overload then. We could build a hydraulic launch. I kind of want to put something here, you know. I could go, yeah, let's build a wooden coaster, and then I can do some terrain work with it then. Right, let's see if there's one already that already has a station. Oh yeah, I knew I had one somewhere. It's already got a bit of a station going. I don't really want to be building stations, to be 100% honest with you. There we go. Kind of a bit hidden then. Makes it a bit more mysterious. I kind of want it to come. A bit like that. I will sort out the trees. Right, let's just get building. Let's go 4 meters method, which is 13 foot. Add in some heart lining in. And then go wooden coaster from Jessica. Yep, good. We are building the wooden coaster. They always seem to have a bit of a weird pre-lift section. It needs to be a bit steeper than that. We'll build it, yeah, about 25 degrees. That's sort of about as steep as wooden coasters are. I don't want to build it too tall, but I don't want to build it too short either. I'd say 80 foot. No, let's bring, yeah, that's a pretty good height, I think. About 90 foot. That's a pretty tall wooden coaster then. And let's bring it up and around. I kind of want the drop to be seen by guests. Maybe we sort of do a bit like this, then curve it around. That seems pretty cool. And then sort of bring it up like this. If you guys aren't already, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button. It does really help against beating the YouTube algorithm. I kind of want to bring this up more. And I want to make this hill a lot bigger. I want to make this a bit of like an out and back layout. Although it's going to close this off quite a bit, but I just think it'll look a lot more impressive if guests can sort of see the scale. And then maybe have this as like a little bit of like a haunted theme, because it'll be sort of all hidden back behind the wooden coaster. I feel like this is going to go pretty quick through here. I can't lie. Brendan says Hyperia will be closed until I fix the problem. I'm going to assume that's your Minecraft Hyperia that you're talking about. I'm going to sort of bring it out like this and then kind of curve it around here, because that will look really cool. Maybe even bring it up on top over the drop and give this quite a bit of a head chopper. Oh yeah, Coaster Point just put in the chat, Jessica, I did in fact record a POV of Skydrop for you. I wasn't going to, but you said you really wanted a POV of Skydrop, so we both went on Skydrop to get a POV for you today. That video will be coming soon. I'll be putting a POV of every single ride, pretty much every ride from Adventure Island on POVs, and that does include Skydrop specifically because Jessica asked for it. So that will be coming shortly. I just need to edit it all down. So I recorded it on the 360 cam. So whenever that comes out, that will come out. This is going to absolutely fly through this bit. I mean, you've got to think it hasn't actually done that much of the layout. I feel like we should probably test this just to see how quick it's going, because I've actually got no idea how quick it's going to go through here. Jessica said, "Oh, that's so sweet. I'll check it out." Yeah, I did. We did thought I'll get it in for you. Let's get a couple of airtime hills now. Right, let's quickly send it round and see what sort of speed it's going at. I feel like that's gonna be a bit too... Oh mate, the airtime you get over there. I mean, it's going really quick. This is a snappy layout. And it's all sort of hitting reasonable G-forces. So that works perfectly. Right, oh, I'm very far behind on the chat. How was my trip yesterday and today? Yeah, it was pretty good. Very tired though. I'm very tired now. Can't lie. Brendan put a very naughty word. I will not be repeating that. Please try and keep the chat PG. Please, thank you. Yeah, I know why though, because of the train. The trains weren't very fun for you yesterday, were they? But yes, Jessica, when we are all free, we can definitely go to Adventure Island. I'm up for doing that, 100%. Yes, I did. JJ, I did just yeah, mention that. Not me, Brendan. Please, yeah, try and keep it PG. Thank you. Let's bring this. I think this layout's actually pretty good, I can't lie. I quite like how this layout's coming. Now we just got to sort of get back into the station. It does go over there quite slow though. It's definitely a... Let's get it back into the station now because it's going to run out of speed. Kind of wanting to sort of curve around like this. If I added another set of trim brakes just to extend it out, it probably won't need this many trim brakes. It's more just to sort of extend it around. And if I sort of lower it down like this, so the banking doesn't need to be that extreme. It's not going to be coming through it quite that quickly. Now I feel like just a turn is going to get very boring. Let's give it sort of like a bit of an airtime hop. Why is this not in 4 meters? I remember one time when the train's not running from Southend, I had to get a bus. Yeah, public transport around here is not the best, is it? It's definitely not the best. I'm actually going to put this underground. I'm going to have to do my trick. I'm going to have to do my trick. and bring it down and round. And we're pretty much spot on. Look at that. Join straight up. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's just smooth. We're going to spend ages now smoothing this tyre coaster. But I think, I mean, it's quite a long layout. Very out and back layout. But I definitely think I could have done worse. Although I think the end bit might be a bit boring, so we'll just see what sort of speed it takes at. So it does come up here quite slow. Yeah, sort of like 20 mile an hour kind of kills the pace a little bit. But then that definitely brings it back. I mean, they're still going like 30 mile an hour, they're still going pretty quick. Although these brakes I do need to make less harsh. Definitely. Right, go on then, let's get this smoothed up. And then we can jump in for POV. Yeah, how are you all doing today? You all having a wonderful day? Have you seen my latest video yet? What was your thoughts? Do you think, if you have, yeah, what did you think? It was overrated and underrated coasters. I think some on there definitely very controversial. But, I mean, what do you guys think? Have you even been on any of them coasters? It's nearly all smoothed. Nearly smoothed. I love Planet Coaster. I can't wait for Planet Coaster 2, you know. Planet Coaster 2 is going to be so good. Right. Let's go on with a POV. A drink. Drink here. I've lost it. Always have a drink by me whenever I record my live streams. And I appear to have lost my drink. Oh god, let's slow it down. You get a good bit of airtime there. I mean, that turnaround bit does sort of kill the pacing, but it does still pop after. I think that's not too bad, you know. I don't think that's too bad as for a little wooden coaster. I like how it kind of goes under and it's all sort of intertwines around this bit. I really like that. I think that looks so cool, so visually impressive. Like, imagine just sort of walking down here and you see a twisted mess of wooden track. Like, and then that lift hill there looks very impressive. I do quite like that. So let's leave that there as a we need to theme that in. I'm not going to theme that in yet because I do want to sort of work on this whole bit around here, just to see like what I'll theme this circle bit into. But I do quite like that layout. It's just something about this bit I really like, how it sort of goes under and over and then that goes under and over. It's so cool. So I already watched it and completely agree with all your opinions. I mean, you can't agree with everything, surely not. And Jessica said, so roller coasters have speed limits when it comes to weather. I wouldn't say they have speed limits, but if sort of weather gets too much, like it's too windy, then rides won't be able to run, essentially. It'd be quite cool to see how Planet Coaster 2 does that, obviously, because they know that is now going to have weather in the game, which is something that for Planet Coaster 1 is massively lacking. So there's our wooden coaster, which will then go in with our little theme. Now we need to build a little kiddie ride. As much as we may not want to, we've got to include a kiddie ride. So let's add in a little Wendigo. And for this, I'm kind of going to be... Well, let's find if there's one with a station. There we go, that'll do. Because I don't really want to be spending time building stations, I can't lie. That's a very short-ish Wendigo. I don't, but yeah, I'm gonna sort of base this off of the one in Pleasurewood Hills, a bit, sort of a bit laid out like that, or maybe more like Treetops, Oakwood. This is gonna be very family oriented coaster. Oh, can you just bank to 0? There we go. Right, now let's get in a lift hill. Why? Oh, it's auto-saving. That's why. Frame rate is just disintegrated. Can you please auto-save? Who remembers their first roller coaster? Mine was definitely like a Wacky Worm. I actually think my first one was a Wacky Worm at Oakwood in Wales, but my first sort of more of a thrill coaster that I remember was Treetops. I used to love Treetops when I was younger. Alexis, again, I don't know if I'm every time you come in the chat I've got I have to mute my Alexa because otherwise it just keeps going off. But welcome back into the chat, Alexis. Nice to see you again. How's your Thorpe Park creation going on? Because it's so cool. Right, this is getting quite tall. We don't need it this tall. It's a little kiddie coaster. 30-foot tall, that'll do. Now, I do have to remember that this is quite high up, but I can always just put in a lift hill into it, which is quite common. Okay, that's quite steep for a kiddie ride. This one I'm going to have sort of entwining into like a forest. Mine was Dragon at age 7 or 8 year 3. What, is that the Dragon at Legoland? I do love the Dragon at Legoland. The theme in there is actually incredible. I don't even know if this is going to make it around the layout, you know. Okay, let's put in a bit of a tunnel. And then sort of bring it around. No. Dragon roller coaster at a fun fair. Is that like, that was probably like a Wacky Worm style thing. Because, yeah, I think most people's first rides are usually like a Pimfari Wacky Worm. They're so common. There's so many of them about. Travelling, not travelling. Or is it that, like, the little small ones that always go on? I don't actually know if I've ever been on one of them. Right, let's put in a breaker on here. With a catwalk. There we go. Okay, this all needs to be catwalked as well. Although this needs to be smooth, that's for sure. There we go. I mean, there we go. That's like quite a family fun layout for kids. So that's something that is important. Sorry guys, I've got to go. And was your first ride the Octonauts? Wow, the first time I ever done the Octonauts was literally June. That's when I got that cred, because every time I went to Towers it was always on a big queue, and there was no way I was queuing with the Octonauts. That's crazy. I remember when the Octonauts was being built. That's so crazy. Can't believe that. But yeah, sorry guys, gotta go now. See ya. Thanks for joining in, Alexis. And I will see you in the next one. I can now unmute my Alexa. I have to do that every time you join this. Quite funny. Not the small baby ones, but it was pretty intense. Yeah, Wacky Worms can be quite intense, like, because they're quite jolty and rickety. Alright, we need a name for this coaster as well. nice little family. I might name it Treetops, you know, just in memory of my first sort of memorable coaster. I mean, this is very much getting the feeling of a family layout, including getting smacked in the face by trees. There we go, and it catches on to the left and straight in. Look at that. That takes that speed perfectly. I was going to add another helix in here. I'm glad I didn't now, because that wouldn't have made it around the layout. Alright, let's change the colours to black browny colours. There we go. Sort of a bit like Treetops now. Now let's connect the entrance to the path. And now I just need to put in loads of trees and shrubbery around. And then this will look really cool. Though it might not be that popular, you've still got to include kiddie rides, haven't you? If you're going for making a realistic park, it's important that you don't just flat out build thrill rides, that you do add in some for the families. As every single park has some form of family area, family rides. Otherwise, yeah, it just doesn't look. Your parks just won't ever coming out realistic then. Oh, I was surprised it actually let me build underneath there. There we go. Look at that. Right, let's now start sorting out these trees, because there's a lot of trees here that it does clip. There we go. Now let's build in some more. Fill it all up full of trees. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you do hit the subscribe button to follow all theme park updates and watch more Planet Coaster videos, some highly themed parks as well, not just the live streams. I do a variety of different videos, lots of vlogs. We've got some good vlogs coming up. I'm very excited. I'm going to Energylandia. I'm very excited for that vlog. We'll be taking the 360 cam with us as well, so we'll be able to get lots of POVs. So make sure you do follow for that. And if you haven't already as well, make sure you head over to my TikTok. I do a lot of work on TikTok as well. That looks really weird, but I kind of like it. Having a tree on top of a tree. Right, now where's my little beachy trees? I remember going on a... from Jessica, sorry guys. I remember going on a fair ride and it was called Frogget, kind of like the Chesington Stampede. And Alexis and Galaxia from Brighton Pier. That ride's crazy. I've never actually been to Brighton Pier. I do need to go. But yeah, I've heard some of the rides at Brighton Pier are pretty good. So I do want to make a way down there. Although I know they've got Turbo, which is the same as the ride at Clacton Pier, which I really don't like. I really don't like it. Which is obviously the Looping Star. And yeah, I really don't like the Looping Star. It's painful. It's rough. It's an old Pimfari. They're going to be pretty crap. Right, now let's put in a load of like shrubbery on the floor. And then that should look beautiful then. Lots of like big bushes we need. Like this. Or is this one bigger? What's the biggest one? No, I prefer... That's pretty big. That will do. I might even paint some of the terrain as well. Yeah guys, make sure you do hit the subscribe button to see more content like this in our new park. We need a name as well. We need a name for our ride. We've got obviously the dive coaster needs to be named. We've got the wooden coaster that needs to be named. So pop some suggestions down below what you think we should name them. They're going to need names. They can't be left unnamed forever. And if you haven't as ready as well, make sure you join the Discord. If you are into theme parks, Planet Coaster, or anything like that, join the Discord server. There's plenty of people on there. Yeah, and come join the community that we have built up on Discord. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty good. Sort of go through trees. Obviously, again, this ain't going to be a highly themed park. It's just going to be a low themed park, but still a theme park. I do really like this, you know, it's kind of quite well hidden. Like, it can be quite intimidating because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. A bit like Treetops, yeah, you don't really see what's coming. Until the Wendigo comes back. Look at that, I like that. I like it, guys, I like it. So, we need to build one more coaster now. I really want to build another coaster. We built 2 this stream, but you can't go wrong with building too many coasters. It's because obviously we built this cool looking wooden one, built this kiddie one, and now I want to maybe build one over here, like a launch. I do like my Intamin Blitz. I love building an Intamin Blitz. So do I build an Intamin Blitz? Or maybe like a new Gem Vekoma, like a Bissus or something. Let's have a look. What sort of coaster type do we want? I want a launched. So should we do a Mack launched? Screecher Adventure Island. I had to have my ex pick me up into the chair because the chair is high. That's adorable. That's adorable. But we done Screecher today and it was not fun. I don't like Screecher at all. I really don't. It's intense, but it just makes me feel really sick. Alright, okay, let's do an Intamin Blitz, bit like Maverick or Velocicoaster. So, you know how I like to do my Intamin Blitzes. Nice smoothness. This gives you nice smoothness. Okay, oh, I saw it saving. I'm like, why is the frame rate going? Don't go frame rate. I like frame rate. Please do not go. Okay, there we go. Now this is just. Do I do it a bit like an icon start and just go straight into a launch? What is it? What is this doing? Like what is it doing? Come on game. This does not make for exciting content. Sitting there watching a frozen screen. Let's just get it straight into a launch, I think. Why not? We don't want to go in too quick, so I'd say 46 is pretty good. We need hardlining. Come on. I don't like it either. Last time I went on it, I was small and I felt like I was gonna fall. Yeah, Screecher is very intense. I can't lie. It is probably, I definitely think it's the most intense ride they've got at Adventure Island. Now that obviously Time Machine was, when that will come back, it looks like it's going to come back, just when we don't know. Obviously it was built in park, so it's not going to be the most reliable thing in the world. But I know they do plan on bringing it back. They know where they want it built, but I just thought it would have been back by now. I thought they would have tried to get it back by summer. I did miss Time Machine. So intense. Hyperia may open on the server tomorrow. I'm going to assume that's your Minecraft server. That would be really cool. I don't really know what I'm going for layout wise. I've got a bit of an idea of a really weird element that will be really interesting and really snappy. I wonder what this may come out looking really weird. But I kind of want to do like a reverse sort of. Yeah, no, it's not quite coming out how I thought. I kind of thought of doing like... Wait, I know a way of me to being able to do what I've got in my mind. I'm going to need some help from this. I'm going to need some help. Okay, this might be a bit difficult because that's much bigger than what I want. I kind of want to do a corkscrew, instead inverting it the other way, but no. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. It's a pretty ride when it's night. Which ride is that? I forgot which one we was talking about now. I can't remember. Get that upside down there. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. To see lots of different videos that I do. I post as much as I can, especially on my TikTok as well. Edwards Coaster Thrills, welcome to the chat. And he said, add a 0G roll over the station. That would be pretty cool. You know what, I'm going to add that on the second launch, because I do want to have 2 launches on this. And I'll get a 0G roll going over the station, 100%. That would be so cool. Kind of a bit like what I've done for my Apocalypse build, because that come out looking really cool. I do love my Apocalypse coaster. That was definitely one of the coolest ones I've ever built. The Screecher. Yeah, the Screecher does look good at night time. With all the lights. Vertigo. You know what? Vertigo looks really cool at night time. Okay, so that's I think that's kind of like a short first half of the layout, and I'm just going to put it into a bit of a launch now. Should we just have it doing an uphill launch, a bit like Maverick? Instead, getting it going much quicker. Let's get to like 70 mile an hour. Although it's coming a bit out further than what I wanted it to. I need to sort of drop it down and bring it over here because I want to keep it in this plot of land here. Let's quickly see what its going speed like, because I haven't actually... I don't even know if it's going to make it round. I haven't even tested it yet. Okay, that goes a bit too quick. I need to slow that down. That launch is a bit too quick. Just a little bit. I don't want it to sort of crawl through there, but it can't be going through that quickly. Even that still... Have you heard about the single rider queue going to spin? Yes, the single rider queue Spinball. That is going to help capacity so much. I mean, Spinball's capacity is not the best as it is, and that is just going to help the capacity so much. Like, best thing I've seen. When I seen that on Alton Towers website, I was just like, thank goodness. Like, they need it. They need it, and it's such a great thing. And well, there's little things like this that we've noticed happening since Bianca's come in now. Just single rider queues. Single rider queues is the best thing ever. Like Hyperia single rider queue, it doesn't affect anybody else queuing on the ride, but it increases capacity a lot. Like a lot. There's never then an empty seat. So you could be adding on like an extra 2 on. I don't like this. This banking looks weird. Like, it could be adding on an extra 200 people an hour. Right, let's see how this runs. Now it's been smoothed a little bit. It's not been smooth fully, but a little bit of smoothing. There we go, that goes at a much better speed now. And that goes up to 60 mile an hour. That will do. This is going to pretty much just be ejector air time for this bit, no matter where you sit on the seat. Okay, we're going to need to delete a piece of track. This, yeah. This frame rate's going bad. Chloe is in the chat. Welcome, Chloe, to the chat. Nice to see you in. And Edward Costa Thrills went to Towers today and the operations were rubbish. The staff looked like they had a chat and not running the ride. That's never what you want to see, is it? Poor operations. I mean, we was at Adventure Island today and the operations, especially on Rage, the operations on Rage recently have been outstanding. Like, they had Rage ready to dispatch before it even got to the top of the lift hill. Like, that is what you call 10 out of 10 operations. And the staff of Subterra were proper taking the mick. Yeah, it's never what you want to see. Because it can just ruin the day. It can just ruin your day. You really look forward to it and then you queue in an extra hour because of poor operations. Obviously, if the ride goes down or anything like that, it happens. But yeah, sometimes when staff take the mick, it's not really good. And then there's Chloe from Jessica. Okay, let's get it doing a bit of a wave turn. I don't really know what I'm doing with this layout. I feel like it doesn't feel very realistic. I want to make the track colour blue. Like a nice turquoisey blue. Oh, Chloe, after I finish this stream, I need to give you a call. I need to have a discussion with you about our upcoming trip. Edward, I watched this video where Ride Upbreaker took too long for the drop. He was talking to customers asking what everyone's having for dinner tonight. See, that's never what you want to see when you go on a ride. Staff asking guests, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? It just reminds me, of when I went to Flamingo Land. The operations on there is the worst I have had at any park I have been to in my entire life. I mean, Kumali dispatches were... I timed one that was 12.5 minutes dispatch from when it dispatched from when it got into the station to when they then dispatched it. 12.5 minutes. That doesn't include the cycle time. That's just from when it got into the station. And yeah, it was proper poor. It meant that we didn't even get to get all the creds there. We only got half the creds done, and we ended up going because we just had enough. It was just such a poor day. Like, the queue for Kumali weren't long. Like, it runs one train. Not ideal, but all of the rides at Flamingo Land run on one train. But yeah, it was poor. It was really poor. Right, I don't really know what I'm doing with this layout, you know. It's all just very low to the ground. I need to sort of give it a bit of a uppiness. I'm going to bed now, so call me later. We'll probably wake you up. I will wake you up. Not a happy Pookie instant horror emoji. My mum's going to be very proud of you, Chloe. Right. Let's sort out the brake run now, because this layout's getting quite long. And then it will be not long before I will have to end the stream. Because once Chloe goes to sleep, then I need to wake her up. Be prepared for my phone call, Chloe. Oh, Chloe, where have you put your Roctopus as well? I made Chloe a Roctopus. This is really cool. It's just the Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but as an octopus. My Roctopus family. So I've got a grey one that's sitting on the printer now. I just got to take it off. I've got a brown one. I've got a white one. And then I've got a baby white one. I love my Roctopus family. Whoever told me to get a 3D printer, it was a very bad idea, because I'm just printing Roctopuses. And yeah, Chloe's okay. She's just doing a long shift at work. Laura is a go. I will tell her that you said that. I will tell her that you said that. She'll be very proud of you. Okay, let's connect this piece of track back up. And then let's delete this bit of track. Just like that. And we need to get this then back into the station somehow. I'm thinking maybe kind of bring it into an inversion like that. If you guys sort of get what I mean. We'll come up here, invert, and then come around like that. Sort of, yeah. So I know what I mean. Once this auto-saving mess finishes, I will be able. That's the hope as well. Fixes with Planet Coaster 2. I've said it so many times. The auto-save is terrible. And this game is just terrible. But again, if you guys haven't, make sure you do hit the subscribe button. It really does help against the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, share my content to more people, so more people can enjoy my videos if they want. I feel like I'm going to need to add some trim brakes somewhere throughout this layout. Because this turn here, I've done that way too much. Okay, well this didn't quite work how I planned, so I thought of another way now to get back into the station. Adding in a little airtime S-bend. And then sort of bringing it into a bit of a helix. Sort of around like this. Then give it a bit of a pop with airtime. And then sort of bring it up into the station. Just like that. Okay, that looks horrible, but that can be smoothed out. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of track to smooth. There we go. I feel like this layout is a bit longer than what I wanted. Don't get me wrong, that's quite a long layout. It's not as long as what some coasters I do usually build. So that's something I notice with my realistic coasters I try and build. I make them way too long sometimes. And then they just come out looking bad because they're just too long. But I'd say that's sort of similar length to Velocicoaster. Or like Maverick. A bit longer layout, but not too much. I feel like this sort of hang time stally bit would be really weird. Right, let's burst smooth this. Burst smooth. Get it all nice and smoothed up. and then we can give it a POV before I have to end the stream, as we have been streaming for nearly an hour now. Nearly an hour. I need to be able to do longer streams. But honestly, I'm so tired tonight. I had a very busy day today, so... But I thought I'll quickly come on and see how you are all doing. So once this is finished doing the smoothing bit now, we can go give it a test run. But I really do like this sort of just tree genericness of the park. I haven't actually seen how it looks like from the ground, because that's important. It's got to look cool from the ground. I don't know. I don't think I like how that looks from the ground, you know? It looks cool from up top, but down here it's just nothing that impressive about it. Maybe if you see it going round, it'll look a bit cooler. But yeah, go on then, let's give it a quick POV. Again, don't know if it's even going to work, but let's find out. Let's see, is it going to make it round? So that takes that as a really nice speed. And into a nice airtime hill. And sort of like a 0G roll twisty thing. And up into a second launch. Oh my god, it hits 8Gs. Okay, that is way too quick. Oh my god. Oh, never mind, 9Gs. New top speeds. Oh, we might top the 9Gs. No. 9Gs. Okay, that's just a tad too quick. I've got to watch that back on the stream. That really made me laugh. Okay, we're going to need to sort of remove half of these. I like sort of how punchy it is, but we're going to need to remove half of them launch track bits. Because that just goes way too quick. I'm going to put some smoke before the second launch. Okay, that's cooler. Still quite intense, but that is cooler. That's definitely... Okay, I need to fix that stall bit, because that... Although that's smooth, it doesn't look that good. I don't know how I feel about that layout, guys, to be 100% honest with you. I need to fix this stall, because that's just not at all stalling. Delete. Jessica said, I was trying to ask a staff member about Skydrop, but I highly think they would not know yet if to sell or put in the scrapyard. I reckon they're going to try and sell it. Because it used to just be so much better. It used to be so good. And then they changed the cycle of it. And now it's just not good. They tried to make it more family friendly on a ride that's not a family ride. And it's possibly the worst thing that they could have done to that ride. To be 100% honest. Like, even Vertigo is more intense now, and that is literally a tame version of Croc Drop. Okay, so it's built at 2 meters, so this should be pretty smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just sort of need to sort of twist out a bit sooner. And this needs to kind of be more banked like that. And now that should stay perfectly upside down. Yeah, I do think they need to get rid of Skydrop. But I will have a look through the POVs tonight. In fact, Jessica, I will send you the POV from Skydrop. That kind of holds a bit more. Not quite as snappy as what I thought it would be, but it does hold. I feel like we just need some... I feel like that still goes just a little bit too quick. I feel like maybe put one bit of launch there, and then one bit of launch up there. Like that. So it sort of has a bit of a kick, and then another kick. Because then you can technically say it's a triple launching coaster. So there's one launch. And then there's another launch. So that is technically now a triple launching coaster. Even though now it is still it's still just as... No, that's definitely slower. There's definitely a better speed. I think. Do you think theme park buys... Wait. Do you think if a theme park buys... if it's capable of being fixed, put back to normal? So they can easily just change the cycle. That's not a hard thing to do. But they just won't because they're trying to make you family friendly. I really like how smooth it sort of comes out of there. Look at that heart lining. It's kept the heart lining. And it looks so good. That's the thing I hate about Planet Coasters. They can't... When you smooth something, it doesn't keep the heart lining. But where I built that in 2 meters, it does keep the heart lining. When you build in 2 meters, it just takes so long to build. But just look at how beautiful that looks. The heart line in there. And that's just... Oh, I can feel the smoothness of it. I really can. Now, what do you think of this layout, guys? Because I'm not a big fan. I might get rid of it. I might keep it. Let me know, what do you think of it? Do you think it's worth keeping in the new park? I'm not quite as happy as I am with the others. I'm most happy with this. I really like how this looks. Maybe if I change the colour of this, like a light blue. That's what sort of colour I want for this. A light... a proper sort of light blue. And I have this as sort of like... not a red. I feel like red's sort of quite an... So the more paley colours is what rides are typically, aren't they? You never really see like a bright pop in. No, see, I feel like that looks cooler now just because I've changed the track colour. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, guys. I don't know. That bit's so smooth, though. I really love the smoothness of that. But I'm going to have to end this stream here. It is getting pretty late. I've had a busy day today, and I do need to get some rest. But let me know down below what you guys think of this park so far. And if you haven't already, please make sure you do hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. And yeah, if you haven't seen already, check out my latest video where I go through different coasters in the UK, whether I think that they are overrated or underrated. Because to be honest, I think there's definitely a lot of overrated and a lot of underrated rides in the UK. Of course, it's all my personal opinion, but yeah, I think it will be, some of them, if you haven't seen, are pretty controversial. So let's end this ride now with a... Do we do a POV of our little inverted coaster, or do we do it of our wooden coaster? Because we done the inverted as the ending lot. No, do you know what? We'll do it with our dive coaster. Oh, I'm getting very tired. This is not good. But yes, let's quickly do the outro for the 300th time before I leave. But I would like to thank you all for watching. If you did like the stream, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. And I will see you all in the next one. So let's quickly enjoy the dive coaster that does still need to be named. So make sure you pop down below what names it is. But very quickly, I'd like to thank Jessica, Theme Park 2030, Chloe, if you're still in the chat, Edwards Coaster Thrills, Alexis, Coaster Point, and anybody else that did join throughout this stream. I would like to thank you all for coming along and checking out this live stream of us building in Planet Coaster. So, without further ado, let's go ride our unnamed dive coaster, which is about 150 foot tall, and yeah, has some pretty cool elements. So, I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Oh, we're just going to hold up here. Let's speed it up. There we go. Once again, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next one.